Today we're going to cover how to make some vaulted ceilings in Blender. We'll go over a few different methods. Nothing real detailed, just how to create the basic forms and shapes. And without any further ado, welcome to the Digital Paw Workshop. It is I, that one misaligned stones that ruins the whole structure, Techno Meow Tinkerer. Let's log on in. So the first vault ceiling we're going to do is the simplest one, is cross vault. So we're just going to come on in here to Blender, on hit Shift A to bring up my mesh, come down here to UV sphere, click on my X, zoom in. I'm going to go ahead and turn my X-ray view on, tab in, and I just want, since I'm using just the vertices, I'm going to just grab the ones below this line, hit delete. I'm going to delete vertices. Then I'm going to come up to the top. I'm going to switch over to my face panel. I might as well just leave it on X-ray. I really don't need it on X-ray. But I'm just going to highlight one quadrant. It doesn't matter which quadrant you highlight. I just happen to grab this one a lot. Use my extrude tool. Bring it on out a good distance. I have to come to the side. Click on my snap tool. Bring it on down to edges. Hit my, well, let's get off of the extrude. I don't need the extrude. Hit my G, then my Z, and then make sure I'm down here at this bottom one so it lines everything up. Then I can come on. I can go ahead and turn off my X-ray now. Oh no, I'm going to leave that on. It makes it easier doing one other day. Hit my delete key, and I'm going to delete faces. The reason why I'm leaving the X-ray on, because it's a lot easier to make sure I grab what I want to grab only, using the these little dots versus the solid faces. Hit delete, delete faces. Now I'm going to switch over, take my X-ray off, and I'm going to the other side, and I'm going to just select these right here because I don't need them. Delete those as well, delete faces, and there we go. We got now one of the tunnels. I'm going to tab out, come over here to modifiers. I'm going to do my mirror modifier, generate mirror, X and Y. Now I'm going to hit the R for rotate, and I'm going to do 45. That way it makes sure everything's at a 90-degree angle. Let's see, we'll tab back in, go back to X-ray, grab the vertices, and as you see, this is one reason why I want to pull out far enough so I can just grab all these in one. Make sure it is on your pivot point is on the medium point to do this thing, because if it's on the cursor or the individual, it may not work the way we need it to work. So on hit S for size, S for size, Y from the axis I want to use, and then 0, and that lines everything up the way I want it. Now tab out. Now I don't have, you can say tab in or tab out, but I like to tab out here. Come down here to modifiers, generate. We want to solidify. I want to give you a 0.1 meter. I'm going to take the X-ray off here. So we got that. Now you can see that looks kind of nice. And I'm going to hit apply for the solidify, then apply for the mirror. And now I have the simplest form of vault you can do, the cross vault. You can come in here, and then you can always do other modifiers, like if I want to generate the array. And before you generate the array, you want to come up here to object, transform, object apply, and I'm just going to do all transformations. That way it zeroes everything out, so when I do the array, it lines everything up nice and perfectly. And so now you have your cross vault ceiling. Good for if you want to do some underground passages or some simple, I think the Romans used these, I can't remember 100% for sure. And of course you can apply it if you want to, or change how many you want. But that's how you can do the simple cross vault in Blender. So this next method can be used to make a groin vault or a cross vault. It can be either or. And see, let's just look more freedom. We'll just go on in, and that's. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to hit Shift A, come up to curves. We want a bezel curve. I'm going to come up here. Let's see. I want to go ahead and rotate it 90 degrees. Tab in. I'm going to grab this bottom one, G for grab, X for the excess, and I'm just going to move it on over. And so you can kind of come and play with the shape a little bit. Let's see, we'll go ahead and add the modifier to make a mirror. I want not the X, I want a Y mirror. Now tab out the object. Let's see, what's it? Can you right click into it? Yeah, you can right click or you can hit Alt C. We want to convert it to a mesh. And therefore it's already convert everything to a mesh. So I'm going to hit rotate. I have to hit -90 to get it to stand straight up. Oops. So you can kind of see where we're at. We'll do Y. Hit G, Z, bring it on up. Do that number. So we'll come back to the top. I'm going to do now G, Y, bring it on down. So let's bring it here. I'm going to now tab in, select everything. I want to hit, was it Shift D? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Shift D. And then Y. That way I can make a copy. Okay, so we got this. Let's grab this. I want to see if I can do it. I always have trouble trying to do some of these. So let's see, got everything. Does it give me bridge, edge, loop? Yep, there we go. Sometimes it gives me trouble when I have to go individual. And so now we have that. And now tab out. I want to go ahead and hit Shift D again, rotate 90. Whoops. Let me, before we do that, delete that. I'm going to come in here, select this. Make sure all this is applied scale. Let me see, I have set origins. Let's see, set origin to geometry. Now I can duplicate, Shift D for duplicate, rotate 90, make sure everything is as I want it. So it doesn't matter which one you grab. I'm going to grab my generate boolean, and we're going to do union. Then we're going to click this one. Let's see, if I unclick that, as you can see, it kind of does, for the most part, for some reason, it will leave some of that in. I don't know why it does that, but I'm just going to go ahead and apply. We're going to come in, tab in, let's see, come to the side. I'm going to come in here, grab my face tool, deselect all that, and just select all of these right here. And if you want to, just always do it at angle to make sure you're actually selecting the correct things. Hit delete, delete faces. Come over on this side, do the same thing. Just select everything. Delete faces. And there you go. You get the basics down. Let's see, tab. Let's see, while we're tab in, let's see. Oops. Tab in here. I need to grab. It keeps wants to change some of these. I keep forgetting what it's supposed to be on sometimes. So let's see, do A, what's it, Control W or Alt W? I don't remember. There was one way to go through. I don't think I have to worry about any duplicates or anything. If anything, I always can come in here and turn, let's see, tools, options, auto merge if I need to, just to be on the safe side. So let's go and tab out. I'm going to close that. That's in the letter N can open and close that if you don't know that already. For those who's watching for the first time learning Blender. So I'm going to come in, we're going to come in and add a solidify modifier. And I'm going to give you a 0.1 thickness. And as you can kind of see, it gives a little funky top there. But it kind of shows you how you can quickly make a groin. And you can also use it for a cross fault. I find this kind of nice for doing if you need to do those little more of a Gothic style arch than if you just need to do a simple cylinder. The next one we're doing here is the rib vault. Now this is has a whole lot more steps, so I may have to pause the recording to look at my notes. But then again, a lot of times when I'm making stuff, I'll forget and have to go rewatch some of my old videos to remember how to do stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to move to the top view, hit Shift A. I'm going to do make a mesh, make a circle, kind of get in here, tab in, G make for grab, X for the x-axis because I want to slide it over here. Then I'm going to hit Shift D to duplicate, X again, and we'll move it over. We'll probably move it about. Let me come on and hit N to bring this up and bring over my merge things. I kind of want the tops to seem like they kind of merge about right there. Kind of want that. I really don't need the merge thing. I was kind of hoping that would help me out, but I just need that close enough. Tab out, G for grab X. I'm just going to slide everything on over to part about right there. I'm going to hit my Shift A again, mesh, bring up another circle. I'm going to hit S for size. I'm going to bring you down to where you're about right around the same width as this little oval. And tab in, I'm just going to grab everything beneath the center line, all the vertices, hit delete vertices, and then I'm going to select all of this. I'm going to turn on edit proportional. I've tried some of these and I never could get it to do exactly the way I want it, so you have to fiddle with it maybe. But I'm going to grab the top one, hit SY. Oops, that's not the one I want. I want the sharp. That's the one I want. SY, and then, well, maybe I need to tab out and supply everything. We're going to apply all transformations. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think it's the size. I think I just need to grab the Y. That's what I needed to do. I was hitting the wrong thing. Now I brought these off the line. I didn't want to bring it off the line, so I'm going to grab Y and then bring them back to it's close enough. I can go and hide the top one. So we're going to come in here. I'm going to do my X view, hit my R -90 to have it stand up. Then we're going to come in. Let's get a different view. I'm going to do my object and I'm going to do my apply everything. I'm going to come on out. I'm going to grab Y and we're going to probably bring it up to about right here. Now, normally, and I'm always going to say because normally you'll want to do a modifier, but for some reason, whenever I do it this way, I can never get the X and Y to work. And no matter how many times I play with it, and if you zoom out here, I got it highlighted. I can come and I keep hit apply all. And see, now it'll bring up the Y, but it will never bring up the X for some reason. And don't really need all that. So what I'm going to do, let's just go ahead and get this back to being about center. So I'm going to hit Shift D to duplicate, R to rotate. And I'm going to grab this one and move it on out to probably about right here. And come back and grab that one. And then we're going to see. I want to bring it up here. And I'm only bringing these out far enough so it won't interfere with the next thing. So you kind of see I got two right there. The next is to Shift A, and I want to create an empty. Let's see, plain access, and come up here, zoom to. I'm going to do an R -45 to rotate it, and then I'm going to kind of bring this, grab this one, hit GX, bring it on in till probably about right there. This one, grab G for grab and Y and bring it on down to about right there. And I'm going to zoom in, and I kind of want to get these corners lined up where they create a, they don't actually touch. Let's see, like they don't touch. So I want it to probably make at least a good 90 degrees. So I'll probably come out to let's do 3. GY, so if it'll be there, that'll be 1, 2, 3, because I'm going to want it to have at least 90-degree angle when I go to actually make some of this stuff. I mean, you can actually go even further if you wanted to, like if I really wanted to. So if you're not 3, I can grab this X and go 2 more to make it 5. Grab this, grab Y, and 2 more, make it 5. So you can really kind of play around with the distance there, depending on what your need is. Let's see, I think the next thing I need to do is make another mesh, a circle, and X. We're going to do rotate the circle. And let's see, I think I need to, let's see, rotate 45. Hit my, let's see, I think I need to hit my shift, bring it on down to probably about around the same height as that. Come up here. Now I'm going to hit my size again, but I'm going to hit my shift Z, so it only will rotate. Matter of fact, let's rotate this right here so I can kind of see. I want that to come into where these two intersect. So probably right here is where I'm going to want it. So size, shift Z, and then we're going to bring it to about right there is where I'm going to want it. And so we kind of starting to see it coming along. Let's see, there's a lot of this stuff I'm not going to really need here. So we'll go ahead and actually let's get on the side view because I don't need tab in. I'm going to delete the bottom vertices. We'll do the bottom one. Then we come into the top. I don't need this side of it. Delete vertices. Tab in. I don't need, well, let's go ahead and click on this one, tab. Let's delete these vertices. And then tab out, and let's come over here and delete these ones. Vertices. Tab out. So that way we now have our one corner of the rib vault outline. And of course we can come here and you can kind of use this. Oops, get to the side. Move this, grab this, move it on up, so you can kind of use it if you need to help make sure you got everything lined up close to being the same height. So that can come in handy. That's basically what you're using this, what's it called, latent empty. So what you're using this empty for is just basically a type of leveling guide to make sure you have everything lined up. Okay, let me make sure I got everything correct. Might be a step I could be missing. Okay, I kind of did miss a semi-step, but it doesn't matter because you can kind of do it before or after. I'm going to highlight all 3 of these. I want to hit my right click and I'm going to join, make them all one. I'm going to actually head and I'm going to actually duplicate this. So Shift D to duplicate, hit enter, just close it out, and then I'm just going to hide that duplicate that I got there. So I can work on this. Because the reason to duplicate is when you go to make the ribs, it's going to be a lot easier. So with tab in, I want to come on in. Let's go ahead and grab the edge tool. And I'm going to grab here and hit F for fill. And then just do fill. Now I can go ahead and actually, mine wouldn't hurt to go ahead and turn on face orientation. I'm going to do wireframe to have them both. I'm going to do face orientation, and then that way I can kind of see where everything is at. Again, on this side, hit F, then do F until it is pretty much there. So we kind of got that now together. And see, like I said, the other one I still have. So when I go to do ribs, I already have them. Let's see. Do I want to do my face orientation which way? I can't remember which way. Let's see. No, it's mesh. Normals. Flip. Kind of put the inside of the bottom. Whoops. I don't know what I just hit. Get rid of that. Let me see what my next step is. Okay, I was kind of thinking you might need to do that, but just want to make sure. Stay, we're in. Let's see. Now I'm going to tab out. So now we kind of, since we got like a little of a base going on here as far as design, you can kind of come in and do some of your modifiers. Now, if you want to, you can go and do your mirror. Before we do that, let's make sure this is selected. I'm going to close that off. Go ahead and hit my objects and apply all. Now we can go in. I'm going to go and add the modifier mirror. Again, I don't know why it doesn't want to do this with me when I just got the little wiring, but it works fine here. So we're starting to see we're getting the groin vault look again. Let's see, modifier, and probably come on down to solidify and give everything a thickness of 0.1. Ooh, that is almost a little too thick, so we might need to drop it down to 0.05. Yeah, that's a little better. I think actually this 0.01 probably work the best for this. Now, it might be just because of the scale I'm working at. So I can go ahead. And probably hit apply on this. Actually, I'm going to hold off on hitting these because I think I need to work on this next. And let's see if I can remember what I need to do. Okay, so the next thing I need to come in and do right click, convert to curve. We want to make this a curve. So what we need to do is come on down here. I think it's just the one that's I want the shape. Yeah, come down here, come to geometry. Let's get on down here so we can kind of see what we're doing here. It's this one down here. I think I might need depth 0.04. Yeah, that's the one I need. I need that one down there. That way it kind of gives this nice little rounded look, make it look like it's tubes. And so when I bring in the other one, you can kind of see where it's looking like it's giving a rib structure. And of course, we can always apply modifiers to it as well. Let's see, add. We want to do mirror both ways. Whoops. Let's see, if I hit object, apply all things. There we go. Now we're starting to get it look more like a rib. You'll need to come in. It's like I zoom in here. And then you're going to probably come in and make some adjustments, because like see how this is not actually lining up. So I'll zoom. Where's the point? Tab in. I'm going to zoom that out. We just need to probably grab that. Oh, I need to first convert you back to a mesh. Now we tab in. Grab that, and come on, grab, and then you just coming up here and then probably rotating it. Oops. Okay, I figure out why I was doing that. I kind of went back and to the stuff. I'm going to delete that modifier. I'm going to convert this back to a mesh. I went back. I found out why it was doing that is because I had this still turned on, the proportional editing. So I'm going to tab out. I'm going to kind of just come in here, grab this, and say I can go in. So I should have done the convert to mesh before the mirroring. That way we can kind of see what we're doing here. So we can come in, zoom in. Now I can hit the SY0. And it kind of gives me a little bit of a point. And you can play around with it as far as how you want to join some of these. Let's get up here to this one. It's the next one. So I'm going to do SX0 to get that in place. Now, this is a little bit more of a tricky one because you've got so much going on. So we can do like, I guess, let's see, I'm gonna try something SZ. Whoops, nope, that's not what I want to do. So it's a little bit more trickier. This one you can hide because of some of the stuff. So I'm gonna, especially when we get into doing some of the features, you can kind of hide on. So I'm just gonna move it about right there. And let's see what it looks like on the side. Make sure everything looks pretty well like it's supposed to. Let's bring this down to probably about right there. Where's my empty? That's a good. Oh, my empty is way down there. Everything's changed. Bring you on up so we can kind of see. Okay, everything looks kind of like it's supposed to there. Because you can then hide, you can kind of hide that with some of the decor. So let's see. Our vault kind of looks a little out of place on the ribs. The underside ones don't look quite right. And you can go in and you can kind of adjust some of this stuff before you solidify your modifier. For the top, it looks pretty decent. For the underbelly, you may have to do, like I said, adjustments. Either do a replacement type thing. Let's see. Let's go and just do one last thing. So I'm just going to create a cylinder. Let's see. We'll bring it probably about around here. Go ahead and do apply scale to the side. Bring it on up. And see, like I said, you can, whatever decorative piece you want to use for the center, you can. And so that's basically how you can, the basic structure of a rib vault. That way, if you want to get a little bit more detail in your Gothic, and you can go in and add in all sorts of fun little stuff. Like if I was to tab in here, find my faces, where is the actual one? The one I actually need. There we go. That's over here. So if I wanted to, I can come in and let's just turn this off. Hold down my Alt key and just whatever the line it is, and I can come in. I can start extruding in and out different things to give it more detail. So like that. But that is your basic form for how to doing a rib vaulted ceiling, and you can go in a lot more steps and details if you want to smooth things out and trying to get it look like a Gothic cathedral. And that's 3 ways you can go about making vaulted ceilings in Blender. And of course, if you like my content, you can go to any of these websites right here to support me in various ways. And there's some of the links are in the description. As well as you can like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone you think might find it interesting. And if you want to look at doing some more architectural designs in Blender, then I recommend you check out my video right here, Blender Spiral Stairs, Easier Than You Think. Until next time, have a nice day.